Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Man, I can't believe we already have 23 subscribers. I just want to say thank you so much for your support. Let's get into this episode. This is part one. Can I ask you something? Who told us that being strong meant pretending nothing hurts? Seriously, think about that for a second. Because somewhere along the way, a lot of us bought into this idea that if we admitted we were struggling, if we admitted we were scared, or admitted we didn't have it all together, people would think less of us. So smile. We got to work. Tell everyone we're doing fine. We keep moving, and inside we're carrying a weight nobody else knows about. And I know that feeling, not because I read it in a book, not because somebody told me about it, but because I've lived it. And chances are, if you're watching this, you have too. Maybe your weight looks different than mine. Maybe you're carrying heartbreak, maybe regret, anxiety. Maybe you're carrying the pressure of trying to be everything for everybody else, or maybe you're just tired. Not physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. The kind of tired where you wake up in the morning already exhausted. If that's you, I want you to know something before we go any farther. You're not weak. You're human. And being human means life is going to leave some scars. The question isn't whether you'll get knocked down. The question is, who are you going to become because of it? When I was 13 years old, I walked into my local fire station for the very first time. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I remember opening that bay door and immediately being hit with the smell, smoke, diesel, old leather, gear that had seen more fires than I could even imagine. It smelled like work. It smelled like sacrifice, purpose. Standing there, I was just a kid, a nervous kid. I didn't know anybody. I looked around at these firefighters. Some of them had been doing this longer than I'd even been alive. And I remember thinking, oh my God, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. Have you ever felt like that? Like everyone else belongs except for you? Like everybody else knows what they're doing, and you're just hoping nobody notices. You're trying to figure it out. That's exactly how it felt. But something happened that day I'll never forget. Nobody laughed at me. Nobody made me feel small. They welcomed me. They taught me. They believed in me before I believed in myself. Looking back now, I realized that they were teaching me something much bigger than firefighting. They were teaching me what real strength looked like. And here's what surprised me: the strongest firefighter in the room usually wasn't the loudest. He wasn't the one trying to prove how tough he was. He wasn't the guy telling everyone how fearless he was. The strongest ones were calm. They listened more than they talked. They treated everybody with respect. And when things got chaotic, they became the steady voice everyone else looked toward. That changed the way I looked at strength. Because growing up, I thought strength meant never being afraid. But those firefighters taught me something different. Strength isn't the absence of fear. Strength is doing what needs to be done, even while you're afraid. I've never forgotten that. And as the years went by, I learned that fires have a way of exposing people, not because they're trying to, because pressure reveals character. When everything is calm, almost anybody can look confident, almost anybody can look brave. But when the alarm goes off, when the smoke starts rolling, when people need help, that's when character shows up. Life works the exact same way. Pressure reveals us, heartbreak reveals us, failure reveals us, disappointment. Those reveal us, not because those define us, but because they uncover who we really are. I've had moments in my own life where I wondered if I was strong enough, moments where I questioned myself, moments where I questioned my future, moments where I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back at me. And if I'm being honest, Those moments taught me more than success ever did. Because success is comfortable, failure isn't. Success gets applause, failure gets silence. But silence has a way of teaching lessons that applause never will. I remember becoming a lieutenant at 23 years old. To this day, it's one of my proudest moments of my life. I was young, excited. I had worked really hard to get there, but I'll tell you something. I didn't expect the badge wasn't heavy. The responsibility was. All of a sudden, people were looking to me for answers. They were trusting my decisions. And I'll be honest, that scared the shit out of me. Not because I didn't want the responsibility, because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to earn the respect of people who had been doing the job a heck of a lot longer than I had. I knew respect couldn't be demanded. I had to be it had to be earned, and I learned something that has stayed with me ever since. Leadership isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It isn't about always having the right answer. Leadership is about serving the people you're responsible for. It's about listening, owning your mistakes, protecting your team, and making the hard decisions even when nobody else wants to. There were days I got it right. There was days I got it way wrong. And yes, I made mistakes. Mistakes that still stick with me. But every one of those mistakes taught me something. They taught me humility. They taught me to slow down. They taught me that no matter how much experience you have, there's always something left to learn. And I think that's true for life too. The moment we think we've got everything figured out, life humbles us. And maybe that's not such a bad thing because humility has a way of making us better, not bitter. So think about that. And I'm gonna close this out for now. I'm gonna upload, part B and part C. So keep a lookout for those. And again, I love every one of you. And if no one's told you today, I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Remember, tomorrow's not the same as it is today. So I appreciate every one of you. So keep an eye out for part B because it'll be coming out.